recording again. Go to.
Is that going to be live also on our
Yes,
Facebook?
I am going right now. Hang on. Let me just go here. Okay. What happened? No. All right, here we go.
What happened to the guy that always announces?
He will be here any second. Let me just get this thing going. He's might even be on there waiting for us. But let me just get this going super quick. Go live. Okay. All right. Yeah, he's not there yet. So we are now officially streaming live on Facebook. Yeah.
Hey, everybody, how are you?
Happy Tuesday.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a really exciting topic today because we are going to be talking about how can you prevent, which is always my favorite word, preventing
Yes.
and improve or many times even reverse chronic illness. So this is something that really prevents people from living any quality life, when you have these kinds of diseases. So, and
Yes.
Ida is a former nurse and holistic health coach now. And so we have an expert with us today to talk about all this good stuff. We're
I'm
talking
so
all,
excited. I can't wait.
yeah.
Yes. That's like it's like my favorite topic and it's my
Yeah.
passion. So I can't wait to start teaching you guys because I know this can make a difference if you adhere to the things that you're going to learn today.
Yes, absolutely. So I am plugged in. Yep. Okay. My laptop is plugged in because if not, that could be not good.
Yeah, mine said 95, but I plug it in anyway, just in case. You know how it
Yes.
is.
I highly recommend that. Yeah. So yeah, we're going to be all the way on a talking about getting down to cellular level. Yeah, I don't know why is Mr. Aaron not on. What's going on?
Maybe sending a text. Maybe he's not in the same. He got the old link. Maybe.
No, because that link was for just for hmm, very, very strange. I have to go to my email.
Okay.
That link was, it is Tuesday today, right?
Yes, it's Tuesday,
Ah,
but don't worry. You know, we all go through technical difficulties. You know how it is with technology. One day
yes.
it will work. The next day, it can be a big blessing, but at the
Yeah.
same time, you know. Oh, somebody go at the chat. Somebody put hi, Karen
Ah,
from Voice of America.
okay, there he is.
Mhm.
Hello.
Mhm.
Hey, Karen, how we doing?
Hey, good. How are
Great.
you?
I am fantastic. Thank you very much. I see we have the lovely Ada again.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing great, sir.
Good, good. Two in a row.
Oh, well, I don't know. It's all good.
I love it. That's awesome. Should be a
Yeah.
good show just like last time.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, let me send you the chat here. Make sure you got that. Send test.
Yep. See it. Hear me.
Perfect. Ready to rock and roll?
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
sir.
All right, let's have a fantastic show. Here we go.
You on the Voice America Health and Wellness channel. For more information about our network and to check our additional show hosts and topics of interest, please visit voiceamericahealth.com. The Voice America Talk Radio Network is the worldwide leader in live internet talk radio. Visit voiceamerica.com. The views and ideas expressed on the following program are strictly those of the host or guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and ideas held by the Voice America Talk Radio Network, its staff, and management.
Like so many others, who you are is largely a result of your past. We have so many positive and not so positive experiences that we start to doubt ourselves and our place in this world. Let the healing process start now. Welcome to Shift Happens with Karen Weary. When you start to focus on healing from the inside out, you'll learn so much more about your own health, your well-being, and your state of mind. Once you've started on that, the rest gets a little bit easier every day. Now, here is your host, Karen Weary, and this week's co-host.
All right, we are here doing Shift Happens because we're making shift happen in all of our lives. To me, that is really the only way to go, because what is life truly all about? Life is about growing, expanding, experiencing, creating the juicy life. And I have Ida with me today. She is my co-host.
Hi, guys. I'm here today. I can't wait to help you guys with this topic.
I know, because Aida is our health specialist when it comes to our physical health. And we are going to get all the way down into the nitty gritty cellular level, which I love that part. It's just so cool. Don't let anybody ever tell you that science is boring. It's super exciting, isn't it, Ida?
Yes, I love it. That was my favorite class when I was in school, science.
Yeah. So, there are different kinds of sciences. So which one was your favorite? I really loved biology. Mm-hmm.
Biology was my favorite. I love it when we dissected the frog. That was my favorite class.
Oh, we didn't do that. See, I went to high school in Denmark, and we didn't get to do all that stuff. So
I went in Puerto Rico. We did that.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be interesting. I don't know how I would have felt about that. You
cannot have the gag reflex if you won't be able to do it.
Right. Yeah, but that's kind of a little bit of a sign, because after you ended up going into nursing, right?
What I did is that I wanted to become a PA, so I did pre-med.
Okay.
I became a medical assistant and a lab tech.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you would have loved that, slicing up a frog, right, and do all that, dissecting it.
Yes. I even when you're in college and you're doing the physiology and anatomy class, you actually do it for pre-med. You actually do it in cadavers.
Wow.
So they have all the flaps with all the parts. If you have the gag reflex, you are not able to do that.
It's kind of a little pretest of whether this is really for you.
Exactly.
You keep going here. So we are back after, over in our area, Central Florida, we had lovely Mr. Dorian, who swung by and threatened to come and pay us a visit, but we managed to keep it out in the ocean. However, our hearts go out to the poor people in the Bahamas who they took the brunt, because it just decided to hang over there and torture those poor people. And before we really dive into today's topic, we just wanted to, send out, love and light and whatever help that we can encourage people, any help that people can have the ability to provide for the people. And on our Shift Happens Facebook page, we have a link on there that we will repost. I'll put it back up to the top of the page, where there's a whole long list. When you open up the link, there's a long list of agencies that are helping people, but in the Bahamas. And one of them is the Water Mission. There's World Central Kitchen Chef Relief Team. There's the Salvation Army. There's the Puerto Rican Chamber of Commerce of Central Florida, and one is the Bahamas Ministry of Tourism. But there's a long list. I could go on. So you want to go there, open up the link, and see which one is going to work for you and how they send the information and the help over.
pack all that extra stuff that you have from Dorian that you bought, and you say you felt frustrated because you bought all this and nothing happened. Thank God nothing happened, and just pack it. And maybe the Lord allow you to do that so that you can have enough to give.
There you go. I like that. Talk about a silver lining.
Yes.
And for me, I know a lot of people, they got really bored, but for me, it was a much needed little time off, yes, get some rest, take care of me. A couple of weeks ago, it'll be 3 weeks tomorrow, I was in a car accident. And here's a little hint for people, if you ever go through something like that. And I was learning a little bit more before the show about concussions and how long after it can show up. Because even though it didn't show up on my CT scan, I am definitely experiencing some concussion side effects. And this is just a note to self for you guys out there, because car accidents happen all the time. All kinds of head injuries happen, and they don't show up right away necessarily. You want to share a little bit, Ida, what you share?
Yeah, what happens is that when you get a head concussion or you get any head injury, sometimes it doesn't appear right away. So when they do a CT scan of the head, you want to do the first one that you probably do it the day that you had the accident, because you will run to the hospital. But you want to be able to get a follow-up anywhere from 2 to a month after the concussion, just to make sure that there's no bleed going on, that there's no damage, nothing else going on in the head. Because I had an experience with my own father 2 years ago that he fell and he hit his head into, the car jacks, the mechanic ones, the big ones that are made out of iron, and he hit his head. Okay. My mother took him to the hospital. They did the CT scan, nothing appeared. Yeah. A month and a half later, he started feeling dizzy, acting weird, being incoherent. Then I look at him and he looked like he was having a stroke. Yeah. We run with him to the hospital, and he was having hematoma. He was having blood leaking in the head. He had to have brain surgery, to drain all that. And that continued to happen until he got 3 surgeries of the brain. And after the 3rd surgery, his body couldn't handle anymore, and he went to heaven.
Wow.
Okay, wow. So I don't want that to happen to anybody. So once you get your CT scan first, make sure that your primary care or your doctor will do a follow-up to make sure there's no changes. Nothing is going on. There's no changes. Yeah. Especially if you actually open your head or something like that, then you need to do one in a month and at least in a year, just to make sure that nothing else is going on into your head.
Yeah. Yeah. And so here's the other thing that I learned from this experience, and then we'll dive into today's topic, but it is kind of along the lines a little bit, is also that even though you don't feel pain, because I am, it is kind of on the topic, because I do take a supplement that is an antioxidant, and apparently that worked so well that I didn't have all the muscle soreness that I felt from a car accident 20 years ago. And the thing is, so, I'm walking around thinking I'm just fine. And I did go to the chiropractor. And so they do all the x-rays and it showed, this is out of whack. That's out of whack. This is out of whack. And, so that's getting taken care of. And I started exercising and instead of doing yoga, nice, easy yoga, I ended up doing a little bit more what I normally do. And that was this weekend, and I'm starting to feel that. So really, even though you feel good, that can be deceiving. So just putting that out there.
Yes, take care of yourself, and don't be afraid of asking the doctor for another test if he doesn't want to, because it is your right to take care of yourself. Remember, you're responsible of your health care.
Yes, for sure. So enough of that. Let's dive into today's topic about oxidative stress and chronic inflammation and how that is the root cause of all evil.
Yes. I'm so excited because it's like one of my favorite topics. And let me tell you something. When we go to the doctor and we go with a pain or with a disease or anything like that, they give us medication. And what the medication does is that they cover whatever symptoms you have, but in the same time, that medication have toxin, that medication have side effects, okay, that is causing changes into the cellular level, okay? And if we're not addressing that root cause of disease, what it's going to do is that going to do a cover, but the bubble is still filling up with all the toxins and all the garbage until one day you blow out. So the main causes of disease, there's 3 things. There's oxidative stress, there is chronic inflammation, and there is leaky gut. Mm-hmm. Let's start with oxidative stress. What is oxidative stress? When we eat, when we breathe, and the metabolic process going into the cell, inside the cell, okay, it creates free radicals. Free radical is a negative ion of oxygen, what they call a reactive oxygen species that is unpaired, and because it's unpaired, it's trying to look to get paired with something else. So it damages whatever is next to him in order to get a pair. So what happens is when we are born, and let me do a little picture for the people that are seeing live, are going to be able to look at the picture. Okay, this is a cell. Okay, the cell. This is the nucleus. This is the mitochondria. Okay, and all these black dots are the free radicals are forming inside the cell.
So to describe a little bit of what it is that you're showing for the people who are listening is, so you see the circle, and then the nucleus, of course, the dot in the middle, and the free radicals, they're little scattered dots in between the middle, the nucleus and the outside of the cell.
Exactly. So this is, and we're going into the cellular level here. Okay, we're not going into the muscle and tissues and stuff like that. In the cellular level. Okay, these are the cells. You ate something, you are breathing, your cells have to make energy, you metabolize, and the end result of that metabolism is free radicals. Now, when you're young, you have enzymes, okay? You have enzymes, and the little green triangles are the enzymes. You make enzymes like named glutathione and catalase that will clean up all the free radicals. And these enzymes are called antioxidant enzymes. So that's why you hear a lot now that they're talking about you taking antioxidants to take care of the free radical. That's because as we age, okay, we're making less of those triangular, all these enzymes. We make it a lot less of that, but we're getting a lot of free radical. Why? We're getting a lot of free radical because we're eating a lot of toxins, we're smoking, we are drinking. There's a lot of chemicals in our food. Okay, we're not resting well, we are stressed out, and that is creating a lot of the free radicals. So when you have too much free radicals that overwhelm the cell, that is oxidative stress. Which means, in other words, if you're going to say it in normal terms, you're getting oxidized, like a metal that gets oxidized, your body inside is getting oxidized. So what happens with when it oxidizes is that it's breaking up the cells, causing cell death, and now there's particles in the system of that cell that is dead, that now your immune system is going to attack it with inflammation. Because it's saying this is something that is not mine, I have to attack it with inflammation. That this is what we call inflammation that is triggered by oxidative stress.
Okay. So, and what happens in oxidation when it's an iron, it gets rusty. When it's an apple and you cut it open, it gets brown, right? That's the...
Yes. So, for example, when you have high cholesterol, the cholesterol is not your enemy, because all your cell walls are made out of cholesterol. So the cholesterol is not in the enemy. It's when that cholesterol get oxidized. When it get oxidized, it creates the plaque. Okay, and the plaque gets stuck into the vessels. Now the vessels are hardened. Because it's hardened, it raises your blood pressure. The blood pressure impact that plaque more into your veins. Until one day, one of those pieces get out, or either cause injury into the lining of the vessel. So the inflammation, the immune system say, okay, there's something going on. Let me do inflammation. It goes there to help you, and what it does, it create a clot.
Yep.
And here goes your heart attack, and here goes your stroke.
Yep. Yep. Is that the same as an aneurysm?
No, aneurysm, well, similar, but not the same.
Okay. Gotcha.
But that's what happened with oxidative stress. Oxidative stress brings inflammation.
Yep.
So the best thing that you can do is, if you can make your body produce those antioxidants, okay, that the body create to clean up, because what happens is that they can clean up more amount of them than if you take an outside antioxidants. Now, not saying that having a diet high in antioxidant, and even have supplements like curcumin, supplements like resveratrol that will help you, like ginger, that will help you with inflammation, that will do a great job as well, but not as good as the one that God intended for them to work the way they're supposed to work.
Right.
Do you understand? So
Right.
that's what is oxidative stress.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
That's how inflammation comes. But now there's other type of inflammation. Inflammation is a natural defense mechanism against pathogen, against viral, against microbial, against radiation, against toxins, against chemicals. Okay, so also when your body see things that doesn't belong there, or they think that doesn't belong there, then your immune system is going to create inflammation in the area. But if you should always taking toxins, eating toxins, not eating right, eating all this processed food, eating all this much sugar, creating more oxidative stress and creating particles outside of your body that your body is going to think that they're not supposed to be there. Okay, then you're going to create more chronic inflammation.
Yeah.
So what is the role of leaky gut? Okay, what is leaky gut? Because that's also a part.
I think we might want to get to that in the next section, because that is a whole topic in and of itself.
Yes.
Yes.
But it helps into the function of not only help, it causes more inflammation.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's not a good, leaky gut is not a good thing at all.
Not at all. Not at all. And so many people has it and they have no idea.
Yeah. And then they go to the doctor and have some sort of medication that's, again, covering up and not taking care of the root cause. It's a nightmare. So again, what we want to do is, before we're getting all excited here because topic here, but we are going to take a real quick short break. But remember, we want you to go ahead and visit us on our Shift Happens Facebook page, because we have a lot of information on there. If you missed the live and you want to see our faces, have a little interaction, you can see us there and also interact with us all together, comment on what it is that we're talking about, and also find the link for how you can help Bahamas, who was absolutely pounded by Hurricane Dorian. Yes. And then when we come back with Miss Ida, we are going to talk more about leaky gut. And that is a horrific thing that we can totally shut down and get rid of altogether. Right, Ida?
Yes. And when you correct leaky gut, you correct a lot. You correct a lot of things.
Yeah. No kidding.
People don't understand the importance of your digestive system.
Yeah.
I think it's more of your heart, of your body, than the actual heart. That's what I feel sometimes.
Yeah. Well, they talk about it's your second brain.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you are definitely going to want to hang in, and we will be right back in just a few.
All clear.
All right.
Wow.
Goes by fast, doesn't it?
Yes, and it's so exciting, so much information, but I know that people are going to get it.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about, let's just kind of something totally, different. What were some things that you did, Ida, during Dorian? Because here in Florida, we were pretty much in shutdown mode.
Well, I was in shutdown mode too. I'd stay home. I tried not to went out. I prepare my stuff. I went shopping and I did the grocery shopping. But we were about, do we put the wood in the windows or we don't put the wood in the windows? We put the wood in the window, not putting the wood in the windows at the end of the.
It's so depressing to put it up.
Yeah, but we had the woods outside already ready to, if we have to put it on or not. But we didn't have to put it on. But we didn't go outside. We just stayed in the home. And the good thing was because my husband worked from the airport and they closed the airport, I had a lot of quality time with my husband. We watched movies and shows that we like to watch and we haven't had a chance to sit down and watch them. Yeah, we had a lot of good time with my husband and my son. He was in his room with his PlayStation. But
yeah. Well,
and that time.
Yeah, and it was really nice that we didn't lose power, because even if it's just a little storm, sometimes we lose power. And I don't care about not being able to watch TV and PlayStation and all that stuff, but I do really enjoy the AC because it's still hot here in Florida and humid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You do not want to be without AC here.
Try Arizona.
Right? No, for sure. You guys are even worse.
But it's a dry heat, they always say. Yeah. It's still a heat.
Yeah, it's hot. Feels like an oven.
Yep. I'm medium rare by the time I get home in my car.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like picking you up.
20 seconds.
All right.
When I first moved to Phoenix, I came from Page, and that's right up on the Utah-Arizona border, so it's a little colder,
Okay.
but not by much. I got here, and I interviewed for a job at some battery place. The guy goes, "Oh, you can feel it sizzle on your skin." I was like, "Oh, that's fantastic. Can't wait." But anyways, here we go. We're coming back.
Yeah.
You are listening to Shift Happens with Karin Weary. Do you have a question or comment about today's program? If so, we'd love to hear from you. Call in to the live show at 1-866-472-5792. That's 1-866-472-5792. Or send an email to karinw@insightscounselingcenter.com. Remember that Karin is spelled Karin. Now, back to Shift Happens.
Hello, and we are back. Thank you for hanging in there. And if you were just tuning in, you have just tuned into Shift Happens with Karin Weary and Aida Serena Lee. And we are, we are super excited because we are getting down to the nitty-gritty cellular level, which is so exciting because there is so much that happens on that level. Actually, one of my favorite books by Dr. Bruce Lipton, he was the one who came up with epigenetics, and it's called the Spontaneous Evolution.
Mm-hmm.
And he talks about, he takes how the cells work and then expands it out to the macro level, that how the cells, they work together on that level, because our body has trillions of them, I don't know, and all are working together as a community. And what if we took those skills and were able to place that into the macro world that we're living in, the one that we can actually see with our eyeballs,
Exactly.
It was such an interesting concept and really made a lot of sense. Have you come across that book, or Aida?
No, but I know about him.
Mm-hmm,
But I haven't read that particular book.
Yeah, you might want to put that on your list. I know you like it.
Yes. So like we were talking, about another thing that I wanted to tell you about oxidative stress is that when you have excess amount of oxidative stress in your cells, two things can happen. One is that you will kill the cell, trying to come out and get to the other cell to try to pair that ion. Okay. And another thing that it can do is can mutate your DNA. When you mutate the DNA, two things can happen. Either the cell is going to die, or either it's going to proliferate. And what is proliferation of cells? Cancer.
Yeah. Ugly thing. Ugly word. We don't like it.
So we don't like that.
No.
So that's the reason why reducing your oxidative stress and will reduce the inflammation. Okay. And that way you reduce your risk of chronic diseases.
Yeah.
So, because what happens is that when that oxidation, or when that toxins accumulate in an area, in a specific area, that's where the disease comes. For example, if that oxidation is accumulated in your joints, then you're probably going to get arthritis. If they're accumulated in your neurons, maybe you're going to get a disease like Parkinson's or Alzheimer's. So that's the reason why reducing your oxidative stress as much as you can is a must.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And reducing the inflammation at the same time, because there's inflammation triggered by the oxidative stress, but also inflammation triggered by the toxins and the things that we put in our skin and the things that we eat. Now, we were talking about leaky gut, because if you know everything that we eat and everything that we consume have to go through your gut, you have to go through your digestive system.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is leaky gut? Leaky gut is when undigested food particles and bacterial toxin and germs can pass through the weak and leaky gut walls in the blood and pass through the bloodstreams, and then they get stored in different areas of your body, causing an immune reaction, causing inflammation, and causing the disease. Okay, so what happens is that your cell walls on your intestine get so weak that they have minuscule holes. And then when you eat, particles of your food or your toxin or the garbage that you eat, okay, sometimes it's going out. Even the good things that you eat might go out, but that doesn't supposed to be out of the intestines. And because it hasn't supposed to be out of the intestine, they are causing the body is seeing, the immune system is seeing it as something foreign, and it's going to attack it. Okay, And that's the inflammation is going to come. At the same time, when you have those holes in the wall, you are not taking the nutrients properly out of the food. So you might be taking tons and tons of antioxidant because you want to lower your oxidative stress, but it's not going to be doing the job because half of it, of the product, is gone through the digestive process. And the other part of the product is leaking out of your cell walls of your intestine. So you're not getting the benefit of it. So when you decide that I'm going to do something about inflammation, oxidative stress, and leaky gut, the first thing that we need to do is correct our leaky gut, correct our stomach, because every supplement, every healthy food that you're going to eat, everything is going to go through there first so it can get to all the other cells. So because of that, the first thing that you do is you want to correct leaky gut. And there's 4 things that you do when you want to correct leaky gut, okay? And they all start with R. The first thing that you do is remove. You want to remove all the toxins, which means that you're going to try to clean your house with natural stuff. You're going to try to buy organic food, okay? You're not going to buy GMOs. You're going to try to eat more vegetables. Your plate has to be half vegetables, a little bit of carbohydrate, a little bit of protein. Okay, to clean up all those things. You're gonna stop taking eating gluten, because gluten has been proved that is causing leaky gut. Okay, you want to stop dairy food, because also dairy food is been proven that it can cause leaky gut. Not to mention that the dairy food that we're eating right now, we have a ton of toxins and a ton of antibiotics and a ton of chemicals and hormones that are damaging our bodies. Do you know, Miss Karen, that we are the only mammals that still drink milk, and not even from our own source?
Yes. Crazy, isn't it?
Okay, and I don't want to scare nobody, but do you know that when they are making the milk, when they are how you say when they do the thing for the cow, when they milk on the cows, okay, our breasts and the cow's breasts have a mechanism that when you have an infection in your breast, it will create a plug into the nipple, not releasing any milk anymore. So until the infection get corrected, then you start producing more milk again. But what they do is, because they have machines in the breast of the cow to take out the milk, okay, they just press and press until they press that plug, and that plug is going into your milk with pus and bacteria and the whole 9 yards, people. I'm so sorry.
Gross.
And you're drinking that. Not to mention that they already put hormones. That's what the girls are having menarche, which menarche means, the first period, at 9 and 8 years old. You look at a 9-year-old now, they have a side B on bra. I remember that I didn't start using a bra until I was about 14.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yes.
So we had to eliminate that. That's the first thing. And then everything that causes allergies, any food that causes allergy. And then let me tell you something. People think that allergy means only if I got hives and I cannot breathe and I got short enough breath. No, there's some things that that doesn't agree with your stomach, because you get bloated, because you get indigestion, because you don't feel. Those are the things that you have to eliminate, because all those are causing inflammation inside your intestine. The inflammation is also going to cause the leaky gut. So you have to remove all those things. Then you're going to replace it with healthy, clean foods, food high in antioxidants, food that are going to repair your intestines. That's the second thing you do. You replace with the good foods. Then the third thing that you do is that you repair your digestive system by taking supplements like digesting enzymes to help your body digest the food better and get the nutrients out of the food better. If you digest faster, less particles of your food are going to be leaking in the outside of your intestine through the leaky gut. Okay, so you need to repair that. Taking things like omega-3, for example, is going to help you also with the leaky gut. Okay, things like L-glutain and marshmallow root is also going to help you with the leaky gut. And the last thing that you want to do is rebalance your microbiome. Do you know that we have good and bad bacteria in our intestines?
Yep.
Okay. And the good bacteria have a lot of good functions for us. It boosts your immune system. It helps you with digestion. It helps you with coating the inside of your intestines. So you need to have probiotics every single day. But not only have probiotics, okay, also have prebiotics. The probiotics is the actual bacteria, And then the prebiotics is the food that the bacteria need to survive. Because if you put in the good bacteria in, but everything else is killing it, then it's not going to do no good. The other thing is that you need to make sure that you have a probiotic that can resist the acidity of your stomach. So it doesn't kill the bacteria before it goes to your intestine.
Right.
Okay? It's very important about that.
Yes.
That it have the highest amount of cultures of billion of cultures of bacteria. And also you can add some probiotics by having sprouts, by having cultured foods like pickles and sauerkraut, or having or drinking kombucha. That's other ways to add up some more and then that's the way you're going to be healing your intestine. Now, how you do it to heal your inflammation, to lower the inflammation markers. And let me tell you something. You can know what are your inflammation markers, and you can know what your oxidative markers are. I don't know the name exactly right now. I can't remember in my mind what is the name of the test for the oxidative stress, but for the inflammation, you do the C-reactive protein and the set rate. You can tell your doctor, every time you go to do your physical, can you include a C-reactive protein and you include also a set rate level, so I know what are my inflammation levels.
C-reactive
protein and set rate.
Set rate.
You know that if that is high, that means that your oxidative stress is high because it's caused by your oxidative stress. So knowing just your inflammation level will be good enough for you to know that you have to start attacking the situation in your body.
Got it. Okay. Good info.
Things that are going to help you also lower your inflammation in your body, especially if you let's say you did a whole bunch of exercise, or if you're having aches and pains in your joints and things like that. The one thing you want to do first is high up your omega-3. You can use omega-3, but if you want vegetable omega-3, you can use like chia seeds or flax seeds. What I do with the flax seeds is I buy the ones that are granulated, and I just put it in my food. Like I serve my plate and then I just shake it a little bit, like if you're shaking salt in my food.
And it gives a nice little nutty flavor. Just very
I do it in my cereal. I do it in my oatmeal, just in the top. Another way to have omega is, of course, fish oil. But if you do fish oil, if you're having pains, they said that the highest dose you can have is 2,400 mgs of omega-3. You want to make sure that your omega have no filler, have no dye. It was extracted from wild-caught fish, okay? And the bottle that is stored is dark. But when it receives light, it reducing the amount of omega and the quality of the omega. So if the bottle, when you go to Walmart or you go to Walgreens and they have those ones, nature or whatever, that is in a green, but you can see them. So the light is already heating them.
Right.
So you want one in a dark bottle, those white bottles that you cannot see the pill.
Yeah, you're probably not getting high quality there either.
Yeah, they don't have high quality. So you need a high quality one. Another thing that you can do to flush out the toxins out of your body, so to lower inflammation, is take a hot bath with Epsom salt, baking soda, apple cider vinegar, and lavender essential oil. What you do is that you get the water as warm as you can stand it, and you do that before you go to bed because you're gonna get out of the tub kind of wheezy. So you want to go exactly to bed. So what you do is that you prepare the water and you're going to put a quarter cup of baking soda, a quarter cup of Epsom salt, 1/3 cup of apple cider vinegar with the mother, okay, and 10 drops of lavender essential oil. You mix all that and you put it in your tub and you sit there no more than 15 minutes.
Okay.
Women, remember, we cannot be in a tub for too long because remember that our private area is open. So you don't want to take the good bacteria out of your vagina. And and guys, the scrotum cannot be in hot, especially if you're just childbearing years, cannot be in hot water for too long. But no more than 15 minutes. But that's going to relax you.
Yeah, for sure. You're going to be ready for bed.
And then you have to go from there to the bed.
Yeah.
No to go and walking around the house. That'd be the last thing that you do, and that will help you release toxins out of your body. The next thing you can do is you can drink celery juice. Does also help you. Celery juice doesn't taste so good, so you can put, a little bit of something like a fruit or something to add up, I think. So you cannot drink it straight. I drink it straight because I feel that I doing things for my own good. And the same way that you will take Robitussin when you have a cough and it doesn't taste good, then I can take the celery. I just go whoop and I take it.
Yeah.
You can also have turmeric tea. You You can have that bath, and then you can have the turmeric tea for before bed. What you do is that you take 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of ginger, a quarter teaspoon of black pepper, 1 slice of lemon, and half a teaspoon of honey. The first thing that you do, you don't put the honey until the end. The black pepper and the honey, you don't do it until the end. You boil your water, okay, and then you steep your turmeric and your ginger, and then when it's completely steeped, then you add your pepper, your lemon, and your honey. Okay, and then you have your tea.
Okay. All
okay,
right.
and then make sure that you sleep your 8 hours every night, so you get rested. That also help in the process of releasing toxins and relaxing, and also lowering inflammation and oxidative stress. And make sure that you drink plenty of water to help those toxins come out. Have your weight in water. If you weigh 200 pounds, that means that you need to drink 100 ounces of water a day.
Wow, that's a lot of recipes, Ida. We're gonna have to post them.
Yeah, I posted.
Yeah, good. Yeah, because this is good stuff. I like the teas and the bath. That sounds absolutely delightful.
Yes.
So, yeah. How do you feel? Like, do you do the bath sometimes, or is that?
I do the bath, and I do it, and you feel like way too relaxed and sleepy after that. Yes. I used to have the tea already ready next to my bedside, and then I do the bath. Yeah. And then I go right straight. But I don't do that type of bath every single day.
No.
Maybe once or twice a week. And especially if I haven't done exercise for a little while and I do it and, all your joints are sore, that day I will do the bath. Because I will relax. Because, when you also do positive things like exercising, and you also causing inflammation, you also causing oxidative stress.
Right.
So you want to relax the body. I mean, you cause it in any way, just that the body sometimes cannot handle the amount because of the many things that we put on the body.
Yeah, exactly. So this is really cool. So we learned that we can actually reverse leaky gut and prevent it. Of course, again, is always what we want to do. And lots of great recipes for how to lower our oxidative stress and inflammation. So this is all going to be posted on our Shift Happens Facebook page, because I know you might be reading and driving and whatnot, not reading. So it can be hard to write it all down real quick. Super. So that's going to be posted on our Facebook, Shift Happens, and along with where the links are to how to help the Bahamas after Hurricane Dorian. So, and the very last part, we're getting ready to, right after these couple of messages, is we are going to have something very special for you. So you're going to want to hang in for this last part. We will be right back. Right, Ida?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
And we're all clear. I'm excited for the special part.
Yeah. The best for last, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah. So it's a lot of information. Yeah. So one thing that I've been sharing with people, going back to Dorian, was, and for the Facebook folks, is that I noticed a big difference in me. I mean, I've been tuning out of the news for a long time. Well, I really haven't watched it in a long time, but you get caught up during something like this, because you do have to keep an eye out on what is going on with the storm, where we're going, so you can plan. Are we going to stay? Exactly. Are we need to go away? What do we need to do? Like you said, do I need to put the boards on the windows and that kind of thing, right?
Yes.
And it's last minute, everything's up in the air, and everybody's getting all anxious and worried, and what do we have to prepare, and how long are we going to be out of power, and all that stuff. So what I noticed for me was that I really didn't watch any of the news, but what I did, and it helped me a lot, because this was getting a little scary with that Category 5, and it's coming out. And all that, it's hard to not get scared, because it's no joke when it hits. So so what I did was I just looked on my radar on my phone to see. So it didn't show up on my phone for quite some time. And then I would go and do Dorian path, and then it would show me some sort of, estimate. And so I would just do that every once in a while. And that really helped eliminate a lot of the stressor for me and the anxiety. So, and then I just visualized it staying out there in the ocean. Just go up along the coast, just stay out there in the ocean.
20 seconds.
Yeah, I did a lot of praying for that. Trying to
Yes.
stay away, stay away, stay away.
Yep. There you go. There you go.
10
Well,
seconds.
all of that praying and visualizing and love worked for us.
All right, here we go.
You are listening to Shift Happens with Karin Weary. Do you have a question or comment about today's program? If so, we'd love to hear from you. Call in to the live show at 1-866-472-5792. That's 1-866-472-5792. Or send an email to karinw@insightscounselingcenter.com. Remember that Karin is spelled Karin. Now, back to Shift Happens.
Today, we are shifting into good health on a cellular level, getting rid of inflammation and oxidative stress. And before, in the last segment, Ida Serena Lee, who's my co-host today, gave us a lot of great recipes. I cannot wait to try them out, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes, all things that, that there's so many things in nature that we put them together and we ingest them or put them on our body, are designed to heal it taps right into our body's innate ability to heal itself, which is so beautiful. It's so powerful, don't you think?
Yes. Imagine when they study epigenetics, which is one of my favorite topics. When they did the genome and they figured out all the genes that we have, they figured out that you can turn on and turn off your genes the way that you need it to.
Yeah.
So that means that we have more control of our health outcomes than we think. If we can activate our body to do what we want it to do, or we can the environment to that cell. Like, for example, if you have all your family suffer high blood pressure, that doesn't mean that you're condemned to suffer high blood pressure. If you know that already, then you can design the way you eat and your lifestyle and how you control stress and everything, how you deal with problems, what you eat, what you put, what kind of eating. I do what is called target eating, which means that I eat and I add to my meals the things that I know that are going to lower my blood pressure because I have history of high blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
Right.
That way I avoid getting the high blood pressure.
Yeah. And I remember in a previous episode, you used to be a hot mess, right?
Big one. Almost 300-pound hot mess.
And you just look amazing these days. You just are so vibrant and radiate health and happiness and joy. It's such, I love seeing that.
The father of medicine said that let food be your medicine and medicine be your food. Mm-hmm. It's what nature created, what God created for us, for our body to work perfectly.
Yes.
So we just need to find out what are the attributes of these foods and in what way they can help us so we can apply it into our body, into our routine. And that way we can correct and avoid. You see, if you're not taking care of anything, if you're not doing the preventive care, if you're not trying to use the foods and your lifestyle to take care of yourself, then you're going to be condemned to medicine side effects, oxidative stress, inflammation, and death.
And here's my little pet peeve when they start talking about, oh, when you're 30, this happens. And when you're 40, the aches and pains happen and this, that, and the other. And this is what I keep saying. I'm 50 years old. I have zero aches and pains. It is not something that just happens. It is all about lifestyle and what you're choosing to do. And I'm not perfect. I am by no means perfect at all. I'm a human being. I'm perfectly imperfect.
That's why we have to be proactive about taking care of ourselves so that way we can avoid. I think age is just a number. You're as young as you feel inside.
Absolutely. I have always been
as young as yourself can be.
Yes.
The things are going to happen. You're still going to age because it's going to happen. It's the law of life. Yeah. But you can even reduce that because look, I'm almost 52 myself. In November, I'm going to be 50 and I don't have no wrinkles yet.
Yep. Yeah. I know. You look amazing. And more so than the outside, to me, the outside is just a side benefit, but the main part is feeling good. I mean, it doesn't even cross my brain until I hear people talk about, oh, everything aches and pains, aches and hurts. And I was like, no, I don't even think about it. You don't think about it when you don't have it. So it's just this huge freedom, this huge weight that's lifted off of you that you don't even have. I don't have to think about that.
And I think that what you put out there in the world is what you receive. You keep saying that this is going to happen with me too when I hit this age, and when I hit this age, you're going to get that.
Yes. Yeah. Because it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. And if you believe that's, what's the point of doing something healthy or good for yourself if it's going to happen anyway, if that's what your mindset is? And this is where we get down to the mindset part, No,
that's not the mindset that people are supposed to have. Is that I want to live as long as I can, clear-minded, healthy, strong, and in vitality.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Whether is that going to be 40 years, 60 years, or 100, I want to be able to enjoy every single day of my life. In order to do that, you need to stay as healthy as you possibly can, and you need to get as much help as you can to be healthy. And there's where the surprise comes, because you're going to get something that is going to help you. I'm got to go back to the picture in order to explain you the thing that's going to help you with your oxidative stress and your inflammation.
Oh my God. I am sitting at the edge of my seat. Come on.
When they did that genome, that they discover all the genes, and they say that they can activate and deactivate, they figured out that there's a protein, that is called NRF2. NRF2. What this protein does is that will activate your cells to make those antioxidant enzymes that make no more after you're 20, so that they can clean up all these free radicals.
Like be the little vacuum cleaners there, huh?
They're like vacuum cleaners. They're like vacuum cleaning all the. So I'm not saying that they're going to cure any disease, but if you reduce your oxidative stress tremendously, then the pathogenic processes of disease is not going to happen.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because you are activating your body. You're activating your body to produce what it didn't produce before, that God intended, that is natural, that your body is going to accept because it's what it used to make. Yeah. It's not the same thing as when you put in antioxidants from the outside or try to eat all the antioxidants that you need. Is never enough, because they have to go through the process of digestive, and they're going to lose some of it. So do you know that we make, if you take a number 3 and then add up 23 zeros, that's how much free radicals we make a day.
Holy moly. That's a lot.
So if you take resveratrol pills, or you take glutathione pills, or you take, you eat a lot of antioxidant foods. For example, if you want to use vitamin C to try to reduce that amount of antioxidant, you will need to eat in a daily basis over 52 oranges.
It's a lot of oranges. It would take all day.
Exactly. So you won't be able to do it. And they usually clean like one by one. So you take one molecule of antioxidant, it will take away one molecule of the free radical. While the ones that you make, they take a whole bunch at a time. Yeah. Cleaning up. So they created a product that is called Pro-Tandem. The company that makes it is LifeVantage. Okay, and what that protein does is activate your body to make the glutathione, the catalase, and all the natural antioxidants enzymes to clean up your cells. And as you clean up your cells, you start feeling better. You lower your inflammation. You lower your blood pressure. You lower the damage from Alzheimer's. You lower the damage in your joints because you lower inflammation. It's not that it's a cure for anything. I'm not saying that it's a cure for anything. I'm saying that it activates your body to produce exactly the tools that you need in order to correct itself and heal itself.
Right.
Not only did they did that, but you know that inside the cell we have the mitochondria. And the mitochondria is our energy power. Right. So when the free radicals are damaging the cell, it's also damaging the mitochondria. As we age, we make less mitochondria. That's why you don't have the same energy amount that you have when you were 20, when you were 50. Even the ones that work hard and all that is still not the same amount in energy when you were 20 than when you're 50, 60, 70. Because you're making less mitochondria. Not to mention that medications, especially medication for Alzheimer's and for Parkinson's, okay, and steroids, things like that, they damage the mitochondria. Right. So you are not producing energy. So they find also another molecule, another protein that we have that is called NRF1. Okay. And that one, what it does is repair your mitochondria and produce more mitochondria. So when
Wow.
you use these two things in combination, you're reducing your oxidative stress, but increasing your energy because you're increasing the amount of mitochondria.
Wow. That's really cool.
So this particular products is being studied. It's not, if you go to PubMed.gov, this is the engine where all doctors from all the world find any study when they want to know how medicine works, when they want to figure out what to give to a patient. That's the engine that they go on. They figure it out if there's a studies of the product that they want to give to the patient. Okay, if you go there and you type Protandim, they already have about 27 studies on the Protandim. If you type oxidative stress, they have about thousands of studies on oxidative stress. Now, if you have a condition or you want to know about different condition, you want to know how oxidative stress and inflammation is affect that particular condition or is related to that particular condition, you can type in PubMed.gov. You will type, for example, the effect of oxidative stress in diabetes, the effect of oxidative stress in high blood pressure. There's the effect of oxidative, and then you're going to find thousands of studies that will tell you, because I already did that, I said that. The way I came into this product is because I have a friend that had a car accident a long time ago, and 10 years ago, she started suffering epilepsy. And she don't have a car anymore. She cannot drive anymore. She gets seizures every single day. And I was trying to figure it out. The doctor said that they can do nothing anymore for her because she's maxing out on medication. Plus, the activity on her brain is not located into one area. Now they have an operation that they do, but it's only when it's located into one area of the brain, and they cannot do that to her. So they put a little, like a defibrillator, that when she having some reaction in the brain, it will send a shot to minimize the seizures, but still she's having seizures every single day.
Wow.
So by me searching something to help her out, I figured out the relation between oxidative stress and seizures, and that's how I figured out about oxidative stress, and I figured out about Protandim.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So if anybody that is listening here to me today are interested to find more about Protandim, go to the Shift Happens page. And under this video, I'm going to be putting information about the Protandim, or you can either DM me for the information if you need more information, and you want to know if it is good for you or not. Any information that you need, you just send me a question under the video, and I'll be able to help you with that.
Yeah.
But the thing is amazing. They call this science nutrigenomics. It's how they use food, because the Protandim is something completely natural. It's made out of turmeric, ginger, bacopa, milk thistle. It's totally natural. They just created a synergy of these ingredients in the right amount that will activate the NRF2.
Wow. That's amazing.
So it's totally natural.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's one of the things that I really love about, as we are learning more and more about how to turn these parts on in our body. So again, if you want to learn more about this particular products, then reach out on our Shift Happens Facebook page to Ida Serena Lee, and there will be recipes as well that she will be posting that she talked about that you can use here. And so that is our Shift Happens show for today. Next week, we will be talking a little bit more about science and energy medicine on a whole different level. So we just want to thank you for tuning in. I'm Karen Weary, and we have...
My name is Ida, and I hope that all the seeds that we have planted in your heart will be flourishing into big flowers.
That's right. So go out there, be strong, and be consistent.
Thank you.
And we're all clear. Boy, that was like a biology class.
I know.
That was cool. I learned a lot.
Yeah, here we go. You got a couple of credits there. College credits.
All right. I got to jump off to my next class.
Yep. Thanks, Aaron. Take care.
You have a fantastic week.
You too.
How you like it, Miss Karen? I know it's a lot of information.
No, it's good. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Well, and again, Oh, hang on. So we are still on Facebook. So we are just going to go ahead and wrap up. Again, we really love to get your feedback and interaction. So anything that we went over, that was a lot of information, like Ida said. And if you need clarification, have questions, um, please do go on there, ask questions. Ida will be able to help you out with it, and because she's our expert in that department.
And I do a 45-minute coaching session for anybody that want and want more. They just have to PM me, and I will just schedule the session.
All right, excellent. That's a great offer right there.
Yes.
So, yeah. All right. So let me go ahead. We will see you guys next week. And yeah, so actually on Monday we will do a live. That's something that we're just going to start doing. And then Tuesday is our actual show. So have a great week, y'all.
Bye.
Okay, so now we're off of Facebook. So yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, and I like how we were able to go back and forth and, do that part. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it was kind of a lot of information, but it's like if you cannot omit anything, otherwise they're not going to get what they're supposed to do.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I think it was really good. I loved it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always fun, isn't it?
Yes.
All right, Ida, my person's here, so I will see you. We'll talk soon. Take care.
Remember to do the CT scan, okay?
Yes.
I tried to figure out if there's any place that you can do it cheaper.
Yeah, yeah. And maybe some sort of walk-in place or something, Yeah. All right, great. Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. Bye-bye.
Bye.